and Naomi, Brother Brian and Naomi, really very inspiring testimony also that really helps us to really determine ourselves on how to really become Chonbo families. So I am truly praying and hoping that uh, next year or one day very, very soon, I can also fulfill that dream of our Heavenly Parent and true parents that all of us blessed families can truly become Chonbo families. So really, with every time I listen to the testimonies of all the other Chonbo victors, I really gain like knowledge and strength on how to really go on forward in the midst of all the like difficulties and sacrifices in life. I truly believe that God is an heavenly parent is always with us to really help us if we have really that determination and courage within ourselves to really fulfill that dream of our mother, that all of us as blessed central families to become Chonbo families. So I am truly grateful once again for all the couples who give their best testimonies that help us also to or give us inspirations as challengers to really determine ourselves to become Chonbo couples also. So I think that's all that I can share tonight. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you so much to our Chonbu challenger, our Belia Degdigan. Yeah, we know you can do it. Yeah. Every one of us have to break through. Nothing is said to be impossible. Everything is possible because of us. Ju. So with that, we would like also to invite our Vice President, Reverend Ronnie Sudosta, our President also from IAYSP, to give his comments and words of inspiration based on these testimonies. So let's welcome our Reverend Ronnie Sudosta. And wife, good evening.
Hello. Adju. Good evening to our most loving heavenly parents and our victorious true parents, the Hyojinim, Hongjinim, Good evening, President Hori, Dr. Kittel, Mrs. Kittel, and everyone. Good evening. Today plus one. Okay, last time po, I presented to you my wife, but today I would want to share to everyone our youngest, Hiraya Hanul. Yan po. Si Hiraya Manawari. Today is her 103rd day. You know, part of our tradition is the 103rd day. So she successfully conquered life in the womb, also the cesarean, and then now that's her, Hiraya Hanul. Ayan po. Okay. She's a girl. Yan po. Hiraya is a Tagalog term which means hope, and then Hanul is heaven given by President Hori. So her meaning is God's hope. So we pray that she can fulfill her purpose in life when she know God's hope. That one po. With this kind of meaning. And yeah, 103rd day. Thank you so much. Yay! Okay. Yan po. And so today, I'll be sharing my comment to the testimonies of our Chonbo victors. First, Gregorio family, si Pastor John Rodbert and si Cathy. I was born in the church 2005. Same with Cathy, and I felt like we belong in the same generation. We are self-help generation po. We were born in the church in the time of the World Cup self-help, and I am so proud that they really become chonbo. Just a short background to everyone. During my COVID time, nung nagdideliryo na po ako at nangangamba, that I was so nervous that I might go to the spirit world. Pastor John Rodbert is one of the first person I reached out when I strongly felt the vision to start the Chonbo. And tama po yung sinabi, what Pastor Rodbert said a while ago was really true. A Chonbo helping other Chonbo. And I am so inspired having this kind of support system. Maybe when I am doing it all alone, I was so afraid at the time. Same with Sir Brian. I had a question, what to start, where to go, kanino ba ako kakapit, And those were the same questions that I had in the middle of COVID. And I would like to say thank you to Kathy and also Pastor Rodbert for really becoming one of my foundations po and my source of strength and the possibility to fulfill the Chonbo. Thank you so much. And we can see how they really offer their life in the front line. And I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Pastor John Rodbert. We do not have many opportunity to say thank you, but let me take this opportunity to say thank you to you for receiving my hand when I needed help, when everything is blank, when everything is, I do not know how to fulfill, without money, without everything. So thank you so much, Pastor John Rodbert. Next, Tita Naomi and Tito Brian, I was so surprised that Tito Brian's already 50-something. From our meeting with Philjap, I thought you are like around 41, 42, 43, those kind of age. And I was so shocked. Thank you so much po. I was so inspired, when I listen to this kind of testimonies, Pastor John Rodbert, and then your testimony po, these are like hidden gems. Your hard work of investment in Madagascar is something that I am so inspired po when I get to hear this testimony, that how you put heaven first and how you sacrifice yourself to send your children to Korea. We know it's not easy. It takes a crazy parents for heavenly parents, crazy parents for true parents' providence to understand the providence of the importance of our children to learn Korean language, Korean culture, and be closer to true parents' providence. And I applaud you for that one po. Many times you really miss your daughter, your son, but you choose to send them to the homeland that they may understand the Shinjong, the deepest Shinjong of our true mother, of our true father. Thank you so much po. This kind of testimonies, really something we should, I hope and I dream po, Ninong Jimmy, if we can put everything in a book for our future generations to read, these testimonies of becoming missionaries and still fulfilling the Chonbo, testimonies of she smiled at me. I cannot cry. I really want to cry, but my daughter is smiling at me po. Pastor John Rodbert, these are people who's really impossible to fulfill Chonbo, impossible to find money to liberate ancestors, impossible to find money to bless 430 horizontal, but they did it. So for the challengers, nothing is impossible if you give your heart. I think there's really a need for the first determination when you set everything, that no matter what comes in the way, and you determine to really fulfill your portion of responsibility for heavenly parents and for true parents. everything will conspire. So thank you so much for inspiring us. Tita Abelia, God will make a way po talaga. I can testify to that one. Even I myself, we do not have money, my wife and I. But for all the challengers here in this Chonbo, do not give up in believing. Because all of us, those who fulfill, we do not have enough money, but we have enough faith to believe that heaven will guide us. We do not have enough manpower, resource, but we know that Heavenly Parents will prepare the right person to help us in our Chonbo because Heavenly Parents plan. So according to the Bible, God has a purpose and He will do it. He has plan and He will do it. We believe Chonbo is really the plan of God. Surely He will fulfill this one. But it takes people of courage, people of determination, people of faith, and people of 0.1%. That one, people of 0.1% to really take that leap of faith and promise heaven that no matter what, we will fulfill this one. We can see that those who became victorious, Chonbo, is those who have this kind of faith po. So, according to your faith, let it be done unto you. According to your love for Heavenly Parents and true parents, may we all be successful, Chonbo family. Once again, looking forward po to the books of Victorious Chonbo. I hope we can put this into the books that everyone can be more inspired. Those who became missionaries, those who have nothing, but unite with True Mother and become victorious. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. We love you from our family and my wife. You want to add something? Aju. Thank you po from our family. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the family of our Reverend Ronnie Sodosta. Congratulations, Nano, for the 103rd birthday. Wow, 103 day. Wow, amazing. Congratulations. And yeah, our challenge to really create.
Tama po, Ninong. Sana po umabot ng 103 birthday. Thank you.
So we look forward to create that book of Chonbo Heavenly Treasures. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much. So with that, again, let us give our appreciation and congratulations to Hano. Thank you. God bless you. And now, brothers and sisters, I think we are all set. We are all ready because every time we have our meeting, we look forward to listen to His precious words because it's really great. Give us so much wisdom to understand more and come closer to our Heavenly Parent and our true parents. So, Chonbo families, Chonbo victors and challengers, let us all welcome. Please help me to welcome our Regional President of Asia Pacific 2. Let's welcome our President, Ms. A.P. Fudi, for his special message. Let's give him our virtual clap.
Good evening, brothers and sisters.
Good evening. Good evening.
All Chonbo Victors families and Chonbo Challenger families. In last week, there was a huge eruption in Tonga. I reported to Mother about this great eruption of Tonga. Actually, the all electricity is damaged, so telephone and internet, Facebook, all communication too were down. So it's a midst of the ocean, so no way to contact. So we shall pray and wait for for a while. Uh, uh, so I have experienced the big earthquake twice. So the Tonga is one of the island, and also the Philippines. The Philippines also the earthquake comes. Japan too. So all we share the natural disaster, earthquake, volcano, such things, and tsunamis. So exactly 27 years ago today, there was a big earthquake in city of Kobe in Japan. At that time, my parents were in charge of Kobe. So that earthquake directly hit all cities, and there was a huge, the famous Buddhist temple beside of our church. So usually the temple little bit persecuted us, but at that day the temple was collapsed, and Buddhist monk has passed away, who little bit persecuted us and passed away, and even the ground was cracked, and such crack was divided into two, and then in front of our church, so the church building was safe. So that just across the street, the much more huge, bigger temple's building was just crushed. So that was 27 years ago. And also in March 11, another earthquake. 11 years ago, there was a great earthquake in the Kobe is West Japan, the nearby Osaka city. But this time, the East Japan great earthquake, it was 11 years ago. And also after that, the old tsunami covered up the old port in East Japan, and also the the more severe disaster was the electric power plant by it's like Fukushima power plant. So truly at that moment, that was a life or death situation in Japan. So I can imagine now that kingdom of Tonga is entirely still yeah, I think it is still confusing now. And also has caused catastrophic damage to the town. So I think it's the same thing as Tonga. But I mean, but I'm curious. All the scholars always explain those big disaster as this is the once in the 1,000 years. So already we have in Japan we have the two times in a two times of a great great earthquake. It's a once in 1,000 years, and this time also, and the Tonga's eruption also scholars says once in 1,000 years. So why it's so many one big disaster in once in 1,000 years? It's like for me I felt this is I mean in Bible I'm not I don't know the exact English expression, but if the descendant of Abraham cannot recognize Jesus as Messiah, even the stone will scream. Even the stone will testify that. I remember such a verse. So I think this is the one of the warning from Earth. So even in providential point of view, not only for human being, all things also waited so long that for true parents, the genuine perfected male and female in front of God and also in front of all things. So the human beings doesn't recognize them as Messiah and true parents. The true parents is much more greater meaning than Messiah. Messiah is need to save the people, but the true parents is the ancestor of all human beings. So that's much better. That's much more greater meaning. So yeah, without genuine ancestors, what will happen for all saved human beings? They may fall again because they have no standard, eternal standard. So just they are happy just to be saved, cleanse all the sins, but but I'm sure they involve again all the crimes, because the self-centeredness means no hyojong toward heavenly parents, because no concept vertical relationship with heaven and also earth. So such people just wasting all natural resources, and yeah, it's just okay, threw away all the garbages around their homes. So the environmental getting worse. So I think yeah, this it seems like the indemnity just for Tonga, but actually this is a warning for all humankind, from the warning of all things. But yeah, but we wonder why in Tonga. Yeah. 27 years ago, yeah, I've thought all same way. Why Kobe? Is the city is most because of the city is most, I mean, like Sodom and Gomorrah. But through father actually said to my mother when she attended the workshop in women's workshop in Stingley, Korea. Two fathers said the Kobe in Chinese character, this is a door of God. In Chinese character, Kobe, Ko is God, and Be means it's a door. So true father said God now entered to Japan, but a little bit noisy. So my mother understood this is some great condition to for Japan. And also 11 years ago, there was a huge earthquake. So all Japanese wondered why such a, I mean, that area is very local. I mean, and also people are very traditional, and I mean, very pure. So yeah, all Japanese wonder why such a, I mean, pure people sacrificed, became, passed away. But yeah, but gradually I understood the pure people that is it's good to be sacrificed. So the Jesus Christ is the best, the best person to be sacrificed. So that's why the meaning of crucifixion is he was totally pure, no sin at all. But because of the sinner, instead of them, he became a sacrifice. So it works. So even the animals in the Bible, Jewish people should offer the pure, I mean the pure animals, no scarlet. So the good, we should offer good one, good good animals. So the reason why God took Abel's offering and doesn't take Cain's offering, according to the Jewish, I mean, like a legend. Actually, Cain did not choose the best one, and Abel picked the best one and then offered. So not because of Cain and Abel. Actually, God took the best one. So it is, yeah. So when I heard this story, it's likely more, it is more realistic. I mean, it all happens. Yeah, I mean, always Cain type people always complaining why God doesn't choose my offering. But actually, he couldn't pick the best one. So I'm turning back to the main line of the story. I mean, I think the people of Tonga is I think the most purest people in the world. So, and also the Tonga is the one of the that area is most beautiful nature. So I mean, to warn all the people, who pays indemnity. I mean, I want to say in this, who pays the indemnity? Most purest one. Two father used to, I mean, even scolded and even hit the leaders among all participants. When he, I mean, upset, always he picked the top leaders and he scolded and even hit the person. But I mean, the top leader is always represent everybody, and yeah, and somebody regards that leader is a little bit sinful person, but actually he represents all. So I feel from the sacrifice of Tonga, again, we try to I mean, get more providential progress from this disaster. So it's a great indemnity conditions. So we shall. I actually I want to start asking all of you to gather support money and also I'm surely to mother I'm sure to mother will give some support for Tonga. So put together. So I want to increase. So our putting our support into the Two Mothers Fund, and then make much bigger fund, and then I want to help. I want to support Tonga's people. Yeah. So now it's still such a eruption. It continues. So please let us pray for Tonga. And today, but today also there's two great testimonies, and also the congratulations for 103 days for our Hanu, and I think it's first time to say hello to directly our cute baby Hanu and Mrs. Sodusta. So yeah, she's a strong baby who has already overcome Corona twice. So I'm very appreciate John and Kathy Gregorio family. The picture of two of the two of them when they are young were very cute. Yeah, I agree. It was very difficult to establish the able plan. But I'm very proud of you. So that couple leaders of the generation younger than me. So almost 20 years younger than me. So it's another. I mean, the next generation. So so we need more leaders of age like them in the future. So, but although they are young, but it is they are very reliable because they firmly inherit the core of very important traditions. So they're very humble and very keep the I mean, they keep their Hyojong mind in their mission work. So it is wonderful testimonies. It was wonderful testimonies. Also, they have lived as full-time members. So there's no financial elements to win Chombo in the beginning, but they still prioritizing public activities based on their strong determination, and one by one they sums up their victories. So I'm really happy to hear that. So, and also like everyone, I also really like the Gregorio HTM strategies. So this is a great equation of success. Thank you very much. And also, good evening, Brian and Naomi-san. The Brian, Brian, as he is today, he's very cool. I mean, nice looking. In Japanese, ikemen. So in addition, not only nice looking, he's a, I mean, he's excellent. He has also the good, I mean, he's Brian the Brilliant. So yeah, it is unusually very rare for such nice person to keep his faith in their life. So yeah, so always Satan took the best one. So yeah, in my experience also, there are lot of talented and I mean, and good looking and brilliant second gen was, but I mean, the attacking Satan also knows that and attacked them and took them. So the reason why I'm surviving now is I'm not was not the best. So so I could survive because I keep my head low. So all the bullets passed and above my head. So that's why I could survive. So so it's very difficult to survive such a, I mean, nice person to survive in this life of faith. So I'm very grateful for that. So, and also as a result, their children are also growing up brilliantly. So I thank God. So he shows us 8 reasons and elements. That's also a great PowerPoint. And also his wife, Naomi-san, is a senior missionary who has been in charge of Madagascar for many years. That also great one, great testimony. yeah. Um, but actually she didn't say anything. But I think his wife Naomi-san's role would have been very big. In most cases, the lost words play an important, much more important role. So I think always the um, wordless person having a key. So I mean the tremendous support of his wife. I think he succeed. And thank you for the very practical and suggestions. The part of the time and money, about the time and money. That part is it was very interesting. I totally agree with 0.1% theory. Also, the story of finding John the Baptist is something that I attach great importance to. So, to finding the John the Baptist is very important. It's so essential to success Chombo victory. Also, the use of the social network is also wonderful. And also, it was very easy to understand that the process was explained in chronological order. So I want this content to be broadcast on national television in future. How to be a Chombo family courses. Today's testimonies, both of them are also so great. The many people very touched and also have inspired. But after being impressed, I'm sure there are some people who think, "Oh, I cannot do, I can't do that in that way." I'm sure there are some people felt like that. But we need imagination. We need imagination. Like the song of Beatles, Imagine. Someday in future, for Chombo challenges, once you succeed, you will be able to look back and organize in the same way, and also you pick up some lessons from your experience, and I'm sure you will be the great presenter as Chombo Victor. So we are walking on the same mountain trail. So you can definitely win if you do not give up and keep track of the trail. So yeah, yeah, still for many Chombo challengers, they are now all of you are truly in the one of the reality, the other side of the reality, the tougher one, not realized, not succeeded, yeah, not achieved yet. So it's the tougher one. So you will be there. So it's likely no way to escape, or just impossible. Is keep doing hard work. Yeah, in such feeling. But one day you will achieve. I guarantee, because I was one of I was one of them. But yeah, without such a clear planning, I just determined myself that such a, for my case, I'm not so, brilliant for set the planning. I'm just, I just set the blind determination. Just believe in God. because God wants to succeed my my Chombo. So yeah. So the 0.1% determination. So I think the key to individual responsibility is to find turning point, your own turning point hidden in your life. So yeah, in our center figure of your church support you to determine your mindset as big Chombo challenger, and always in Fundoke, two parents also supporting you, and also in morning devotion, always to father, to parents, encourage each of you. But like Adam and Eve, we don't know where it's my own turning point, because we have a different personalities. So parents always scolding their children, please study. But yeah, parents doesn't know, and children, even children doesn't know themselves where is their turning point. So finding turning point is very important. That is the switch to change everything. So determination is important, and effort and Johnson is important. But finally, it should reach certain turning point. Then all the change happens. All the new life will come true in your life. So, yeah, so we can say that our responsibility is keep challenging until until we find our own turning point. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm very yeah. I also could charge my energy of the week. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much again to our President Masaichi Huri for that very encouraging message to each every one of us. So as he said, let us keep challenging until we find our turning point. Wow, amazing. So there's no other way but we have to move on. So that's why we have to, that's why this platform is very, very important for us to learn from each other, especially from our Chunbo families who have succeeded or become victors, and guiding also our 43 couples, our Chunbo challengers also, that they can also become successful as well. So again, let's give our appreciation to our President Masaichi Huri for that very precious words that he have shared with us again for this meeting. And we look forward for more guidances again for the next meeting that we're going to have. And we are very happy that this evening also we have been joined by some of our Chunbo families from Asia, Pacific, even from Hong Kong, and also with husband and wife joining us this evening. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining with us. We are really learning. We are one family, becoming closer to each other through this Chunbo platform. So with that, I would like to call now our Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halug to give us for the closing remarks. So let's welcome our Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halug for the closing words. Let's give him our virtual clap.
Thank you very much, our Reverend Jimmy and our Ate Shirley. I would like to really express my gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents, and to all our leaders who have shared, especially our beloved regional president. Thank you so much, President Hori. To all our beloved Chunbo victors and Chunbo challengers, a pleasant evening to you all. Thank you so much for joining us again this Monday. Also from other nations, thank you very much for really participating and taking your time in this truly very important meeting every Monday. I'm sure every one of us are very excited. I think yesterday I joined the field job community also in their short program, and always they are being reminded with this our weekly Monday meeting for Chunbo families. So I'm really sure that all of us are really excited to join this Monday meeting and really listen and really be inspired with all the testimonies of our Chunbo victors. So today we really learned many things again, and also especially with the guidance of President Hori. Thank you for explaining also to us the importance of or the significance of what had happened in Tonga. Maybe many of us are watching news. You were able to share to members also about the news in Tonga, but only now we could really understand the significance, maybe deeply, of this incident in Tonga. So now we could understand that always the most pure are really the ones that are really paying indemnity. And then we are grateful to our beloved brothers and sisters in Tonga. I was in Fiji also for 2 times. I visited Fiji because this is close to Tonga. And then somehow I could know the personality somehow or character also of people in these island nations. They are truly actually very pure because in Fiji also many from island nations are studying in one of the university in Fiji. So we could really see how pure they are, how they love nature, these people in Tonga. And then we learned that also the sun rise first in Tonga. They celebrate New Year first. So really, Heavenly Parent, the Heavenly Parent knows that with this calamity that happened in Tonga, is still these people will not going to turn their back to Heavenly Parent, but still they will be more grateful because they are really pure people, and then they are like close to our Heavenly Parent. They are very close to nature. So that's why through Tonga's sacrifice, then President Hori mentioned that this year, also this time, we can have great providential advancement in the providence. So I think we really need to understand what had happened in Tonga, why in our region. So really, I'm really grateful, President Hori. Thank you for explaining to us all these things. Maybe in the Philippines, we could really also connect. In the Philippines, many also calamities are being experienced, even last year. Also, I remember when I was 6 years old, there is a big earthquake in 1991 in the Philippines. And then that time when I was 6 years old, Baguio City is the center of that earthquake. And then just before the strong earthquake happened, me and my mother traveled to Pangasinan. So it's good we left Baguio City. So I realized today that God also saved my life. If I was in Baguio, then I don't know, because that time many people passed away and died in Baguio City. So in 1991, when that happened, before that incident happened, my mother and me, when I was 6 years old, we traveled to another area. So I could pass through. I was saved in that strong earthquake. So really, today it's very important, really, this guidance of President Hori. Thank you so much, President Hori, for explaining to us. So now we can find more value with all the challenges and difficulties that we are experiencing. Also the calamities that are coming sometimes, many times in our nation. Really, Filipinos also, despite the difficulties and challenges, they never turn their backs to Heavenly Parent. The more they become grateful, actually, with these challenges and difficulties. That's why Heavenly Parents knows that Filipino people also, or brothers and sisters in Tonga, in these pure nations, they will not going to turn their back to Heavenly Parent despite these difficulties. So like they are the right people to carry this indemnity for everybody to be benefited later on. So we are really grateful for your explanation, for your guidance today, President Hori. And also, thank you so much to Reverend John and Sister Cathy for their really wonderful and really very inspiring reflection, even though they are still young couple. We are actually very close in age. We joined almost the same time also. We're really grateful for their dedication and faith and love to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. We really learn a lot. And also our Kuya Brian and Ate, his wife. We are really inspired actually with your presentation, Kay Brian. As what President Hori said, it's good later on. It will be shown in TV. Many brothers and sisters can watch. I'm really sure that everyone will be motivated. And then the points that Brother John family and also Kuya Brian's family, the points that they have shared are really very, very important points. So President Hori emphasized really the turning point. So he mentioned that really determination, effort, and Jongsong is important, but it should reach certain turning point. So sometimes we are, we want to give all our passion, our determination, our effort, but most importantly, we have to reach certain turning point. Sometimes many people, almost they are already reaching the turning point, but that's the time they give up. That's why President Hori said, as long as we never give up, one day for sure, all our Chonbo challengers here, everyone is destined to become Chonbo families. But the key, never give up. Keep determining and putting our effort and our Jongsong. One day, our own turning point will surely be reached. And then all of us will really become Chonbo victors that Heavenly Parent and true parents can be proud of. So once again, thank you so much to our Heavenly Parent and true parents, President Hori, Dr. Julius also, Reverend Ronnie's family, thank you. Happy 103rd days to Hiraya Hanol, the beautiful daughter of Heavenly Parent and true parents, and also to all our Chonbo families, Chonbo victors and Chonbo challengers. Let's really unite completely and really will all be victorious. This is really the heart and the wish of Heavenly Parent and true parents. So once again, thank you very much. And See you again next week, and that's really bring greater success also this week for Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much to our Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog for that closing words. So that was the overall conclusion of our meeting. But before we have our announcement, I would like to recognize Dr. Robert Esquito is with us. So let's say our hi to Dr. Quito. Thank you for joining with us for this evening.
Together with them.
Together with their
Grandchild.
Wow. Hello. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, so
Nag-hilo rin siya.
before we finally close our meeting, we have some one announcement that is very important because we have upcoming next batch of our HDLTP. I would like to ask our National Secretary. Yeah.
Jaime,
Dr. Quito, yes, please go ahead.
just one point. I missed the beginning point of this, so I'm sorry. Thank you. I heard most of President Hori's really amazing insight. Thank you, President Hori. I'm wondering, did somebody mention Archbishop Vea? President Hori had worked with us to set up the PCLC program to look for John the Baptist. And in Australia, one archbishop from the Eastern Orthodox Church had a vision of True Mother. And he is from Tonga. So I think, again, this connection there of the purity of the people and the sacrifice that is being made for heaven's providence to advance. I don't know if you've all heard the story, but he's from Australia, but he is originally from Tonga. And he had a vision of True Mother. They called him. He had never attended any of our meetings before, never heard a Divine Principle workshop, but they called him and invited him to go to Korea. This was originally for the December 5th meeting, the 1 million prayer rally. And his response was, "My bags are already packed." It's amazing, amazing. I mean, we called him to invite him. We've never spoken to him before. And he said, my bags are packed because he had a vision or a dream of True Mother. And then he came to the headquarters in Sydney. And when he saw the picture of True Mother, he said, "That's the lady that was in my dream." That is, that, and then he went up and kissed the picture of True Mother. So again, the connection of finding John the Baptist, and I think some connection is there. The purity, what President Hori talks about of the people of Tonga, I think is there, although I've never been to Tonga. But this type of pure heart was kind of, again, another testimony. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our Chuniwan President, Dr. Quito. Yeah, let's pray for the safety of our brothers and sisters, especially the whole nation of Tonga for this very, very important moment at this time. So with that, I would like to have a short announcement. This is one announcement. Rose, can you flash the announcement? So this announcement is about our upcoming our upcoming another 12-day HDLTP. This is already our 8th batch for all our HDLTP educators. So that will be on January 25 to February 5, 2022. As usual, this is from 7 to 9 p.m. It's a virtual workshop with a registration of 300 pesos. So please contact and for more information with our National Secretary of HTM, Mayor Rose Tormes, and also our HTM Secretary for Education, Ms. Gina. So please coordinate with them. This is very important education again for our HTM educators to help us to manage our 430 couples, especially we are working and so many things to do, so that we can update ourselves on the progress, especially now on the database for this year 2022 from our headquarters, so that we can properly report our activities and the records of our HTM. So thank you so much for that. And then, we would like also to ask for everyone, especially to please let's continue to pray for Tonga and also our Chunbu families have been affected also with this corona virus. And let's pray for a quick recovery, because many brothers and sisters, not only in the Philippines, but also in other countries, especially in our region of Asia Pacific too, that they can quickly recover from their health. So with that, we would like to conclude our meeting with the closing prayer of our Chunbo Honorable Nazario Yumiko Teves. So let's call on our Honorable June to lead us in the closing prayer.
Let's pray. Good evening, our loving Heavenly Parents, beloved true parents of heaven and earth and humankind. How wonderful knowing that our God is our parents, the origin, the one who created the heaven and earth. How wonderful that because of this, we understand the life and we educate in a way for us to know also our true parents. I know that is a very great guide, a compass to us, for it's in everyone. This is a good start and a good for us in a way that we can walk a path towards the goal of becoming a Chunbo victors. I know that we have difficulties, suffering, pain, and problems. But I'm sure, I know, I believe that our true parents suffer more than us. Our true parents think, every one of us, always thinking for the greatness of it's in every one of us, always thinking for the success. That's why we are not alone. We are always together with God and our true parents. That is our strength. And I know that our strength is our brothers and sisters, our family, husband and wife, our friends that surrounds us, and the Chunbo victors and all the Chunbo challenger. That is the reason. That's why we have a strength to go on, in a strength in these difficulties, this pandemic. We have a determination to make our best. Once again, we invite you, Divine Presence, to be with us. I thank you so much for this day. In my name, Nazario Teves Jr., together with my family, Central Bis family, Adyo, Adyo, Amen.
Adyo. Thank you so much, our Honorable June Nazario Teves, for the closing prayer. So with that, before we finally conclude our 40th meeting, so this is very historical, the separation from Satan is very important meeting again. So let us express our gratitude to everyone, to all our Chunbo families, Chunbo victors and challengers, and all our blessed families, brothers and sisters joining with us in this platform. So let's greet each other and say thank you so much to our President Masaichi Huri, to Dr. and Mrs. Vito, to all our Vice Presidents, Reverend Dr. Julius Maligdem, Reverend Ronnie Susta, with all our national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog, and to all our Chunbo families, Chunbo victors and challengers, brothers and sisters, thank you so much. So let's have our group picture taking. This is a very historical 40 days meeting for all of us. We'd like to ask our National Secretary, Rose Tormes, to please lead us in the picture taking.
Okay, thank you so much po, Reverend Emil Vergara and Mrs. Shirley Vergara. So now let's take a picture and saying Abuji.
Your camera.
Okay, second homonym.
Harmony.
Next. Okay, heart. Heart. Next, Saranghayo, True Mother. Baragi Shinang.
Vision 2027. So that concludes our meeting for today, January 17, 2022. So we look forward to hear the testimony of our national leader of our Philippines, Reverend Dr. Layo Angelo Halog, and our Archbishop Elias T. Soria for next meeting. So congratulations again to everyone, and stay safe and good night. Thank you so much for joining.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Thank you.
Good night, everything.
Thank you.